Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, what has happened in Afghanistan is tragic, of epic proportions. I mean, when you look in American history, this is right up there. I want to first begin with Joe Biden. Joe Biden told us a long time ago that, like 4 weeks ago, that the situation would not lead to the fall of Afghanistan, so forth and so on. Do you realize this guy was supposed to be a foreign policy expert his whole Senate career? He was in the Barack Obama administration for 8 freaking years dealing with Afghanistan. I mean, this guy is a complete moron. And he also does political Munchausen. Let me go through the list. Where everything was under control and he screws it up and has no solution. Afghanistan, the border, crime, energy, the economy, the Middle East, China, Russia. I mean, it never ends with this guy. He just goes about wrecking up what was just fine. And he's in Camp David. Maybe he'll speak tonight to our country to tell us what. PSAKI, she's out. She's on vacation. See you later. Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, the woke, big fat ass he is more worried about whether or not there's white supremacists in the military than anything else. Can you imagine how Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, all just laughing at our ass? Mark Milley, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, also Mr. Woke. He's now saying, well, this increases the likelihood of terrorism. By the way, if you remember, the whole idea of going to Afghanistan was to take the war to them, to keep them there instead of them coming here. And by the way, remember, people forget this. Trump inherited a caliphate, which he wiped out. Now, there's one big caliphate in Afghanistan. And they already say terrorist groups are flocking to Afghanistan now. The Taliban. Do you believe Biden recently said he didn't trust the Taliban, but at the same time he was going to ask them. He was asking them nicely to do the right thing. See, that's oh my God. It makes you want to pull your head out. The Afghan military, what does it say about Milley, Austin, and Biden that the Afghan military was not ready to fight the Taliban? What's that say about them? Some say 1 trillion, some say 2 trillion. 1 trillion to 2 trillion lost in that place. And think of all the infrastructure we built. Guess who gets to use it? The Taliban. My God. Those of you that wanted us to get out, you don't get it. You leave some troops there. We have troops all over the freaking world. We could have left 5,000 American troops in Afghanistan forevermore, and we wouldn't have to worry about this crap. Rotate them in and out. Our soldiers have died. Our soldiers have PTSD. Our soldiers have lost limbs. All of that money, all that life, all of that harm, and it is for nothing. Don't tell. Well, it was to protect us while we were doing it, but the end result is just catastrophic. And then we got what about trust? These people in Afghanistan that wanted us to save them and help them. What kind of trust do we have with them? And did you hear about this? China and Russia aren't leaving their embassies because they've got good relations with the Taliban. This is unbelievable. And the first thing that Biden tries to do is blame Trump. The Trump card over and over and over again. Furthermore, airport security. They now have announced that airport security is as bad as it's ever been. Folks, I told you this all the way back during the Biden years. And it applies then and applies now. The number of people, spies, foreign and domestic, who have infiltrated our deep state and our bureaucracies across the board are monumental. I just know it. Why? Because the Biden administration and the Obama administration are the type of people that they're not going to scrutinize. They're not going to do special checks and clearance. If you show up and you're Islamic, they're going to say, oh, well, we don't want to ask you too many questions about your background. If you're Asian, we don't want to ask you too much about your background. It's all about hiring politically correct to our detriment. I'm telling you, it's far worse than you and I could. I just know it because I know how they operate. Fauci dismisses a study out about which of the vaccines could be a problem or not a problem, or which one handles things better. You know, he dismisses the study. Just dismisses it. The DHS, the Department of Home Security, are you ready for this? Says opposing mandates, they did a report, opposing mandates might make you a terrorist threat. I guess I'm a terrorist threat. All of you hospital workers, you're now a terrorist threat. You see how goofy they are? Food benefits. They are now increasing the amount of food benefits to the poor more than ever in this country. It's all part of their game plan. They want government dependency. They want government dependency. They want to own you through dependency. It's sick. DEA has been told, by the way, I got this sent by a DEA agent friend of mine. They've been told not to say Mexican cartel anymore. See? Being politically correct is more important than doing your job. Last but not least, I'm so sick and tired of these death peddlers of the Democratic Party, the left, and the American Communist 10. They're all pro-abortion on demand. When Trump was president, they put those deaths up there about COVID. They wanted everybody to die, and they wanted to die of COVID. They're a bunch of death merchants. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Just remember, my body, my choice to kill a baby, but not my body, my choice to get a vaccine. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. This is scary times.